He's working on 40 years of service here at Stony Brook University and now goes into the Hall of Fame. John Espey, how does that sound?
Sounds pretty good. I'm going to join a great group of people, and it's going to be an awesome day because we've had so many of my former players come here to help us celebrate. And we started it last night with an alumni game and a little bit of a celebration, but it's heartwarming, I have to say.
Your Hall of Fame nod, a little more unique than some of the others in that you've both been a faculty member and a head coach here at Stony Brook. Why was it important for you as part of your career to make an impact not only on the field with the student athletes, but off the field as well?
Well, when you're a coach, I always considered myself a teacher as well, and there were a lot of teachers in my life that had an impact on me, and I felt that's a very important role. And I think that coaching is better than teaching. I mean, I enjoy it more than teaching, and you can really have a positive impact on people, and that's always important because of the impact that other people have had on me.
Of the many seasons, the many moments that you've had both on and off the field, does anything stick out to you in particular as you head into the Hall of Fame here at Stony Brook?
Well, the two most important days were our first victory against Notre Dame in the first Division I game they ever played, and of course then when we beat Albany for the America East Championship in 2002. That was very sweet because that's, as you know, a very heated rivalry. So it was good to come out on as a victor.
You're still very active here on campus. Have you had trouble maybe avoiding the paparazzi since you got the Hall of Fame nod?
No, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy for me to avoid the paparazzi. I'm not really that famous, but the last few days it's been pretty busy.
John Espey, one of 5 heading into this 2024 Stony Brook Hall of Fame class. John, congratulations and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Coach John Espey served as the men's lacrosse head coach from 1988 to 2004, ushering the Seawolves into the Division I era. Espey recorded 116 wins and guided the program to its first ever NCAA tournament appearance as a Division I member in 2002 after winning the America East Championship. He coached the university's first ever Division I All-American, attackman Kevin Paul, who received the honor after a standout season in 2002. Espey helped the Seawolves capture their first 2 wins over ranked opponents, defeating number 17 Hartford in 1997 and number 16 UMBC in 2001. While serving as head coach, he represented the university as a member of the NCAA Division I Championship Committee and president of the America East Lacrosse Coaches Association. In addition to his coaching duties, Espey has been an associate professor of physical education at Stony Brook. Following his time as head coach, he has served the athletics department as the assistant director of facilities. Stony Brook Athletics Hall of Fame class of 2024, John Espey.
It's truly an honor to receive this award and be inducted into the Hall of Fame. We go back to the whole beginning of Division I, and there's a number of people that I would like to talk about in the short period of time that we have that got us on the way. But first, I want to thank my wife and my family. We got all our kids here, my grandkids, so it's a big deal. It's a big deal. And the other thing is, I want to just give my heartfelt thanks to all the alumni that were here last night for the alumni game and the celebration after. I was very good, by the way. And for being here again today. I know it's a big commitment. We have guys coming from everywhere. But like they say, let's start at the beginning here. So when I got involved at Stony Brook, we had a long road to go. And we had a couple of people that were really, really, really helpful in the whole situation. One of them is John Ramsey. I don't know if I can see John right now. John did a great job along with Sam Kornhauser and a number of other people that really had to fight and claw just to get things done. with minimum financial help, basically. But it was, get on the road and get going and push and get it done. And John Ramsey was a great help to me. It really helped me with my career. He was always somebody you could listen to and was a tremendous help. But what I want to do first, before I talk about the team, is I want to introduce Charles Patak. Is Charles here? Okay, he was on the first club team that we had in 1978. And it all started with a guy named Frank Ross. And 5 years, this is how fast everything moved. To the young people, it might not seem that fast. But 1978 to 1983, it was a club team. 1983 to 1989, it was Division III. And then in 1989, we played our first Division I game. During that period of time, I would like to say, they didn't have anything organized, they didn't have great coaches, and I came in and saved the ship. That was not the truth. We had great coaches, we had great players and great people, and they still kick back, they come back, they donate money, and they're very, very supportive. But one of my favorite teams is the Division I team, the team that played the first Division I game against Notre Dame in 1989. We had been given the task of going Division I at the very last second. It was us and women's soccer. They started the season after us. And all of a sudden it was like, hey, John, who can you get on the schedule? We need to play some Division I teams. Because the university, as you know, is a great university. Academically, it's superior. It's in the AAU. It's nationally and internationally renowned. But so they wanted to have an athletic program that rub shoulders with people of the same stature. So name recognition was huge. So we ended up playing Notre Dame and a number of other ones on the schedule. And Notre Dame came into practice, and we had no facilities like this. We had the card gym, and it had bad weather. So Notre Dame had to practice inside. You never heard so many guys and so many coaches crying and weeping about the facilities. They were just miserable. So that just inspired us a little bit more. Great coaches too, by the way. So we get out there and we're playing them on TV, and it's tied at the end of the game, and it's getting dark. We have no lights. We go into triple overtime. We're in the third overtime, and all of a sudden the ref comes up and goes, hey, if nobody scores, in this overtime, the game's over, because there's no lights. So fortunately, we had a great assist man on our team, John Sproat, threw a pass to Tony Cabrera towards the end of the game, and we won the first Division I game that was ever played. So it was quite a day. Now, as I promised Coach Ronan, when I asked him for some advice about the speech, he said, make it short. All right, so I'm already way over what I should be, but my apologies. There's so many people. I look at Chuck Donnie over there. Donnie, why didn't you ever play for us? You could have helped us, you dog. But a great person. After that, we went through the Notre Dame win, and we had a couple of up and downs early on. There was no scholarships for like 10 years, so it was a bit of a struggle. But we got great kids and guys that really wanted to play. They played hard, and like we always used to say, effort is the most important fundamental. And as long as they were playing hard, I was happy. And we accomplished a lot of great things, but we had our moments where it was a little tough for us. But then in the 1990 season, we had a 12-win season in lacrosse, which was a record for quite a bit of time and has recently been broken. And then after that, as they said on the video, we beat two top ranked teams in Hartford and in that year. And then in the 97 team, we had some great players that are here today, too. Courtney Wilson, who else do we have over there? We got Courtney Wilson. Oh, Derek Rayner, where are you? Yeah, Derek Rayner and a couple of other guys that have just been unbelievable. Chris Colmer, and I could go on and on. I could just talk about these guys all day. I'm not. But they're just superstars. So we had great seasons with them. Lauren Herod, he's down here. There's a whole bunch of great guys. And then after that, we got to the point where we were in the 2002 season, we were in the hunt for the America East Championship. And as any coach knows, it's like a curse when you're picked to come in first in the division. So we were picked to come in first, and we had a tough time. We lost 2 games, I think, to Hartford and to Albany. And they have a picture of me with water being splashed over my head. That wasn't the wettest that I got that year. The wettest I got was when we lost the third game and everybody was jumping off the ship, and I got drenched. So anyway, we ended up playing Albany, and it was up there. And as all of you know, Albany is a hated rival. Let's just put it that way. It's a huge rivalry. So we go up there, and there's a lot of pressure on us. And what we did was I went in at halftime, before the game, and I was looking for a good speech to give the guys. And we're on the Marriott Hotel on Wolf Road in Albany, and there's a bookstore down there. So I walked down to the bookstore. I'm looking up stuff on General MacArthur. I'm looking up stuff on the Greek warriors. I'm looking up General Patton. I'm trying to come up with some quote. I don't know. I couldn't. Nothing really fit. So the day of the game, we're on the field at Albany, and I'm walking on the field, and I see this big A there. I go, oh, okay. So we go into the locker room, and we're talking to the team. Now, I can't replicate it, but it was really intense. And we're telling the guys, hey, listen, this is going to be one of the toughest games you ever played in your life. You've all been waiting for this. We have some paybacks. This is a team that coach is tough. They're going to be playing as hard as can be, and we're going to be playing as hard as can be. And there's going to be times when you're out there and you're going to be doubting whether you're going to win this game today. It's natural. You're going to be doubting it. But what I want you to do is every time you run across that A at the midfield, I can't use the expletive. I said, make sure you say to yourself, flippin' A, we're going to win this game. So what happens is after the game is over, we win. Great win for the kids, great win for this program, first division NCAA tournament. And our team is jumping up and down on the Albany A. Not what we tried to teach. So I go out there and I'm telling them, no, you gotta get off it. So later on, they give us a hard time and they're saying Coach Espey was jumping on the A with the rest of his team and their Bush League and all that stuff. So it just poured more, fire in the whole thing. But what I was really trying to do was calm them down. And the last thing I'll leave you with before I mention Dave Fritz and Lou Ventura and Richie Misiano is I didn't know how much that bothered them. Okay, so about 18 years later, my nephew was playing for Albany. And Scott Marr, great coach, is talking to the team. And he says to them, we're playing Stony Brook this year. Do you know they danced on our A in 2002? And they're not going to do that this year. So my nephew told me, well, you got to be kidding me. This is like 20 years later, 18 years later. But I finally end with this. I am so proud of the guys that I coached and the people that worked with me. And I just can't say enough good things. And I'm particularly proud of the first generation of players we had. Lou Ventura, Richie, Dave Fritz. Because they started the whole thing. They busted their butts. They were positive. They were great players. And like they asked Amos Alonzo Stagg when he was a football coach, they said, Coach, what do you think about your team? And he said, I don't know, I'll let you know 20 years from now. Well, it's way more than 20 years. And I'll tell you what, we have great people, great Stony Brook alum, great Stony Brook lacrosse alum, and just great people. Thank you very much for giving me the pleasure to coach you.